Hello, welcome back to another cosmic download. Today's reading will see you through from Monday the 15th of June all the way through to Sunday the 21st. And so this week begins with a new moon. For those of you who are new to moon energy, lunar cycles, basically that means when the moon is in complete darkness. So you don't actually see the moon in the sky. So if you've got a clear night, there should be lots of stars for you to be able to see. But energetically speaking, what that means is it's a time where the moon is not shining its bright light, its energy, it's reflective, it's inwards, it's replenishing itself, and that's exactly what we ought to be doing as well. So on Monday, it would be a beautiful time for you to spend some time in meditation or journaling or some kind of reflective practice where you are resting and reconnecting with your internal world to find out just where you are at and recuperate all of your energy and bring everything back in as well. Great time to do shadow work, inner child work as well, if that's something that you are currently exploring. Right, let's get to the reading, shall we? So, this week, as the new moon unfolds and begins to grow in its illumination, help us to also see with greater clarity, with greater light. Allow our intuition to illuminate what it is we need to see. We trust that the guidance you deliver to us is what we need to hear to help us, so that we may live from our most authentic expression and return home to our true natures. I'm going to take that. So one turn, but now one fell out. Oh, what to do? This one, I feel like I'm going to have to reshuffle. Give me a second. Okay. So I wanted to take this card because it flipped over, but then as I went to take it, another card slipped out really clearly. And I am going to just be cheeky and see what they both are, just to see if they come up again. So I'm going to just put them back on. Maybe it's them, maybe it's something else, who knows? There's never a right or wrong way of doing this. It's just got to feel into what feels right. That card sticking out. No, I'm going to wait for a jumper. Yeah, sometimes it's not clear because there is a lot of different guidance that could serve as well. Okay, completely different card. Oh, and we had this not that long ago, I feel. Whale song resonating. Okay, let's see what it says. Remembering, harmonizing, and resonating. Sorry, I didn't show you the card, did I? So there's the image of the card. If you want to pause and feel into the image or the words, then do so. Otherwise, let's see what the guidance notes say. Whale song, remembering, harmonizing, and resonating. There are moments in life when you have a sense of déjà vu, that you've visited this place, these feelings, this person before, and you know that a new opportunity to dance has come around again. Yet there is a haunting quality to this, a melancholy, as life's mysterious fragility is also underlined. Like a whale song that pleads for its simple notes to be matched by another, you have a short time to capture this essence and let it resonate in a way that is potentially transformative, but only if you don't turn away. Sometimes you may forget the moments of your humanity, your truest desires, because you've become so earthbound and calculating, striving and doing. You're so overstimulated by the chase and what you're exposed to that you forget your heart. Now it's time to jump in the water and play, and be reminded of your creative self, your collaborative impulse to sing along, seeking harmony, beauty, purpose, and meaning. At this moment, that is your exact invitation. You will achieve more than the plans you set in motion if you use this opportunity to explore, be curious, and take a much-needed break from what your mind thinks it needs to accomplish. Your heart is calling. Answer it. Again, if you want to pause here, then do that. Go back, listen to those words of guidance again, and then see what jumps out for you. Then please pause here. If you want to hear what my reflections are, then stay tuned. What's come into my mind is the very last few words that it says here. You will achieve more than the plans you set in motion if you use this opportunity to explore, be curious, and take a much-needed break from what your mind thinks it needs to accomplish. Your heart is calling. Answer it. Now, for about a week, I have had this nudge to paint. I mean, I always want to paint, and I've had this painting that I started. Slightly embarrassing to say, but this is the reality of my life. I started it, I think, in January. And the first time I sat down to paint and work on it, I did quite a bit. And I haven't touched it since, and we're now in June, right? And I keep it in a place where I'm reminded that it's there, so it's not tucked away. But I, for various reasons, haven't made time to do it, right? Even though my heart's been really pulling. But in the last 5 days or so, I've just that tug to go and work on my painting has really, really grown strong. And so I did. Just 2 days ago, I got it out, and it is hard for me to stop because once I start, I really want to just you get into the flow. And I think that's why I've avoided sitting down with it in the past, because it's never just a half an hour session or something like that. Like once I start, I'm there for a couple of hours or so. And it was really hard to sit down and do the painting because my head was saying, there's this work that you still need to address and attend to, these emails, this podcast episode that you're recording with so-and-so, who's waiting to hear back from you, and like all the things, right? All the stuff that just needs to be done. And yes, it needs to be done. However, I'm so glad that I made time to go and paint, because it's in those moments of pure joy and creativity, things that have no other purpose other than bring you that joy and make you feel expansive, something you can really lose yourself in, that is just for you, just because it's an expression of your essence, not for any other outcome or agenda. When we pour ourselves into those kind of activities, and it becomes increasingly more difficult as we become adults, I feel, to allow ourselves the time to slip into these activities of pure play and pleasure. But when we do, that nourishes us at a soul level. You are ticking all the boxes of your authentic self. You are aligning with who you really are. And that kind of time spent in those kind of activities, there is no equivalent to grounding you, to nourishing you, to filling your cup back up, to to open up the gates of creativity for other things then as well. So the creativity, even though that painting has nothing to do with my business, when I allow that creativity to flow onto the canvas through my brushes, through my paint, what I'm doing is opening up that channel of creativity and flow. So then when I do sit at my desk at the computer, that channel of creativity is also still flowing, and it is pure and it is aligned with my soul essence. So then what I then create, whether it's a podcast episode, whether it's a social media post, whether it's something in a program or a meditation or one of my workshops, it doesn't matter. Or whether I go in the kitchen and I cook something, like that flow of creativity that channel has been opened. And then what pours out of you is really, truly magical and of your essence. Let's see what else is in here that's coming up. Overstimulated by the chase, that you forget your heart. I mean, there's more that I could read into this. That stood out for me, the overstimulated by the chase. I think for me, and maybe a lot of women tuning in, perhaps you've changed careers multiple times like I have. Maybe you have now found what you feel like is your calling, your purpose. Even though time is of no consequence, time is a human concept, but we do live in those confinements as well, and so we can definitely get caught up in that. And I do have less so these days, but still get caught up in it sometimes, like I am trying to play catch up. Like I've only really discovered what I wanted to do now in my 40s, and you know I just really want things to move forward. It's partly that chase, but it is also because I love what I do so much that I just want to always be doing it as well. And it doesn't feel like work. But I think a lot of women do feel like they are chasing and proving. And maybe you are a woman who has given so much of your life up until now to other people, to a career that never made you come alive. And so now that you are beginning to discover these things about yourself and really beginning to put your needs, your wants, your desires at the forefront of your life and what you do, there's this fire in your belly, this spark, this energy to be like, wowzers, what have I been doing with my time all up until now? Like, let's go, 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 right? And there's just like chase perhaps as well. That's the only other sort of thing that's really jumping out for me. Yeah, I'm sure if I read it again, other things may jump out, but I feel called to just leave it there. Go back and listen to it again to see what really jumps out for you. Remember, these oracle readings are certainly here to help you, give you guidance. As I set the intention at the beginning, is for a universal intention for all of us that feel called to tune in. But ultimately, what we really want to be doing is learning to deepen our own intuition so that we already can access the answers and the solutions to the questions that we may have in our minds. But here is the picture. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fabulous week, beautiful humans, and I will see you here next week. Bye.